video on the PTR to talk to you about how you're going to play BM in patch 7.1.5. And the reason I'm making this video is because BM has finally actually gotten enough buffs to bring it up to where it should be in line with MM, and for many Nighthold fights will probably actually be the preferred spec. This is not because of the buffs, it's just because of the MM makeover that has not been particularly kind. When it comes to actual rotation, as far as what buttons you're pressing and how they feel, I actually like MM much better now than on live, or well, now as in on PTR. The only problem is mechanically, and the numbers that it does is very dependent on your movement, on your latency, on how much haste you have. It's really gotten squirrely, and even some of the top players in the world that have made comments about it are not looking very favorably on MM because of just how crazy some of these mechanics are in trying to hit a tiny window with a single shot. I mean, like I said, on a dummy, I actually find it quite fun. I like that there is some talent choice now, as far as Lone Wolf or Steady Focus is going to be more or less personal choice. I mean, if you're any but the very, tiny squeeze players, then that's going to absolutely be a choice. But, BM. Let's talk a little bit about what you need to know about as far as gearing goes. So, we're going to take a look here. Ignore numbers and stuff because I copied this character at the very beginning of the PTR, so it's quite a bit behind where I'm actually at now. So here are the things. The set, the tier set, on PTR, you can go pick it up in Orgrimmar, and as you can see, the 2-set bonus is pretty decent. Dire Beast reducing Bestial Wrath an extra 3 seconds per. That's not bad. But the 4-set is kind of stupid. Bestial Wrath, when you're any beasts that you already have out before Wrath. So let's assume that you do not have, say, any legendaries, or the legendaries you have don't affect that. I think at most you would have 2 at tops. They get 100% increased damage for 8 seconds, which the 8 seconds is fine because that's how long the Dire Beast lasts. So you weren't going to be getting any more than 8 seconds out of it anyway, since it only affects beasts that were active before Bestial Wrath is cast. That's where it's kind of dumb. So the unfortunate part is that that's nothing for damage. So there's a good chance that you're probably not really going to be pushing for that 4-set. You're probably going to let your teammates get 4-set before you if you're not planning to do MM for any fights. But, I mean, I'm sure you'll get it if you want it, or if it just happens to wind up being the best that you can get. They do not all have haste mastery for sure. Legs are crit mastery, gloves are crit haste. So, and the chest, haste burst, ew. Also the cloak, which is first mastery. I don't know. Anyway, what you're going to really want though is this. This is the new legendary, the shoulders, and they have the ability that should just be baseline, which is to make Dire Beast have 2 charges, so when you get a wild call proc, it's not wasted. I'm currently testing it with the belt just because I have that on live and it's still decent. It didn't get nerfed, which was, as many have said, it's kind of surprising it didn't. I almost don't want to say it out loud because you're afraid the Blizzard will hear you. For the tests, just for testing purposes, I've got my Bloodthirsty and Stormsinger. That's not the one I have on live, so I guess that must be one I just picked up from the Flask Guitar. I probably didn't have it yet when I copied. Okay, so now let's think about the things we just read, right? We want Dire Beasts active before we Bestial Wrath. So We're going to start out with our murder, and we're going to do 2 dire beasts since I've got those shoulders on, and then we're going to go straight into our little finger dance that we do as BM. And you see, I got 2. I want to get rid of one of those. Okay. Now, it will be down to the Sims to find out whether beasting during Wrath is still worthwhile or not worthwhile. On live currently it's considered not worthwhile. So now I've got to make a choice. I think I'm going to hold out, get 2 beasts. There we go, 2 beasts, Wrath, finger dance. Woohoo! Maybe we'll do this little strafe while we finger dance. Just for something fun to do. Pretend we've got some mechanics to follow here. Okay, now then. We've got our murder coming up. We have 1 beast, so we can pull 15 seconds off that 52. I think we should hold on. Hold on. Oh, now we've got an extra. Let's get rid of that extra. Okay, come on, proc. We can have some fun if we get that proc. Come on, proc. Nope. We're just gonna have to do it au naturel. There we go. Figured it. Time to calm down and wait. Rid of that dire beast. Calm down. Oh, I'm letting myself focus cap. Bad Faye. Bad. Slap myself over here. I don't have all my weak R's from the live client to tell me, hey, you idiot, you're about to focus cap. Okay, here we go. Time to go again. So, that's pretty much it. We've seen now. Once again, this will come down to, we'll have to see some numbers. I suspect I should not hold crows that long. That was going to be a pretty long hold if I had held it. But I do think I need to hold for that second dire beast. But I could be wrong. It could be that 1 beast is plenty. But again, we're probably not going to have that proc on live. Or force set. I'm probably not going to have force set on live. Possibly not at all, but definitely not super early. Especially just because if you're in Mythic gear, or primarily Mythic gear, the only way you're going to be getting sets over other people as a hunter, probably, or well, as a BM hunter, I should say, is if you're getting normal and LFR set pieces. So you may just have to do that. Go ahead and try to get your set, and then you can test it out. Like I said, it's really hard for me to judge my numbers on here too much. That it works very similar to life. But okay, let's call our pets up here. Come on, pets. Come on. Come on, Hattie. Hattie, honey, leave it alone. Come here. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to tell poor Wisdom to take a nap so that we can get Hattie off of that target dummy. And then we can do that number. I can bring my owl back. This is the worst behaved pet. Well, I take that back. I can seem to remember back in Dragon Soul I had a Corehound that would not do anything that I told it to do. So yeah, Hah-tee is the second worst pet I've ever had since BC when I started. She's just ridiculous. Or he. I hear a lot of people call him he, but for some reason Hah-tee to me sounds like a girl's name. I don't know. I don't usually walk up to guys and call them Hah-tee. Maybe that's, I mean, I don't know. I don't walk up to say that to girls either, but I could at least see somebody walking up to a girl and call them Hah-tee. Okay. I'm in left durotar at this point. What was I gonna, oh. Change legendaries. Let's change some legendaries. Let's say you do not get these things, and let's see what I want to put on here. I guess I'll just, I don't know. I'll pick a random one. I said that on a different video. These bracers are amazing on live. They're excellent on live. The proc though on them, once they are reduced as they are on PTR down to 35%, are worthless. Because unless you just get really crazy with Dire Beast procs, you're going to be holding aspect, you're going to be holding on to aspect far enough that the 35% reduction, it doesn't even matter. You're not going to be using that reduced time on it because you're going to be holding on for Bestial Wrath. We're not even going to pretend we have that one. Let's say you have the legs. So, we no longer get our little two beasts. Now let's say you don't have force set. What can we get rid of here? So yeah, now we've gotten rid of force set. Alright. So, I don't need to worry about Bestial Wrath, or getting beasts out before Wrath, and I don't need to worry about having to. So, I just get the annoyance of watching it waste. So, I no longer care. I don't need that beast because I got aspect. Finger dance, finger dance, finger dance. Finger dance and strafe. Woohoo! Now I'm gonna throw that beast out there because I'm running out of focus. And now I'm back to watch the focus bar. And, you know, I complain about it some, and I see other hunters complain about it some, but playing the focus bar has been a pretty normal BM thing to do since at least Siege, and I think before then, I don't really remember, because Siege was the first time I had played Beastmastery in years at that point, because Survival was the race until Survival was deleted. I don't want to really get into that because it makes me sad. Now, again, we've got question, murder, murder, now murder, go, and I held that kill command longer than I should have. Guess it was my day to be nice to the target dummy. Now, it looks like I'll probably have to rewind and see, but I believe I'm doing better damage this way. Now some of that could just be because I'm used to this playstyle. It's closer to what I've got on live. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna hold this crow, so let it go. And as you can see as I'm bouncing around here now, this is why we want to be is the only hunter spec left that still maintains the full mobility that we've been able to have in every spec, or well, almost every spec, since at least the end of Cataclysm. May have been the beginning, yeah, beginning of Cataclysm. That's just a hard thing. It was hard to get used to being able to move at first, for me anyway. I was like, but hunters are a turret, and now I'm like, but hunters are mobile. So it's strange what several years does to you, but... And that's sort of like, they took Frenzy out. And I'm sitting here like, but that's part of the spec. And then I think, well, you know, it didn't used to be. I remember and played in a time it wasn't. And just ignore what I'm just kind of smacking whatever button I feel like right now. Okay, let's see if Hah-tee will behave this time. Alright. Ooh. Might make it. Might make it. Alright. We got her off the target dummy. Hey. I should get loot for that. Anyway,